Welcome to this edition of the Rhody Reporter. I'll be your host for this segment, Mark Zaccaria. The divide between political parties is widening as our paradoxical year 2020 struggles to its conclusion. It seems to me to be a good time to explore the real differences between the political philosophies now vying for our support. Here in America, all parties to our government want virtually the same thing. Every aspiring political leader hopes to have a hand in providing safety to our citizens so they can live happily with all their basic needs met. How the two emerging sides propose to create this environment is the real distinction. For decades, one side has sought to use the power and bulk of government to directly intervene in the lives of those governed. The reasoning behind this approach asserts that, through group effort, we can each be assured of receiving greater benefits of peace and stability than any of us could achieve alone. This philosophy assumes that government, as presently constituted, can actually deliver those group benefits in any kind of an efficient or even just an effective manner. It is also predicated on a voluntary abdication of individual authority in favor of whatever solution is provided by government. Both those assumptions are considered problematic by your ever-studious Rhody reporter. That's why citizens of socialist regimes have it easy in terms of knowing what to do. The government tells them. Conservatives, on the other hand, see the sole role of government as that of creating an environment of order. Within that matrix of protection, individuals can be free to make as many of their own decisions as is reasonably possible. It's the underlying thesis of the U.S. Constitution. Its goal as a blueprint for government is to carefully restrict federal and state powers to protect the individual from unwanted intervention, defend the shores, provide police protection against crime, and run a judicial system which will enforce formal agreements. That's it. Then just let the boys and girls do their thing. And that means trusting them to do so. The downside of a democratic republic such as ours is that when individuals are given authority over their actions, they are expected to take responsibility for them too. In other words, being a citizen is hard, but rewarding. One factor never really considered by America's founders was the impact of a cash economy. In the 18th century, our fledgling republic was an agrarian society. Farm folks made most of what they needed themselves. Today, we've become a specialized industrial culture. No one churns their own butter now. The sovereignty of our choices depends on each of us having the finances to execute them. We can argue the equity of capitalism. It is, however, the greatest engine for improving quality of life the world has ever seen. Socialist governments are always underfunded. That's because they appropriate so much capital, there's not enough left over to power economic growth. The Rhody Reporter is here to highlight those shortcomings and endorse efforts to let you keep more of your own dollar votes so you can cast them for your own benefit. I do hope you'll stay tuned so we can take this journey together.